I'm here at the kitchen garden at the Farmhouse Museum, and I'm going to show you how to harvest with your first herb harvest of the season. If you were a recipient of our Grow Kits earlier this spring, you should have some parsley and basil ready so we can prepare this delicious almond zucchini basil salad. And for my friends who don't know what the Grow Kit is, you can get one either now, you can use it now for maybe a fall harvest, or just have it and use it next spring. We gave away these amazing grow bags, which are weather resistant, and they hold 7 gallons of soil. And this is how many we gave per kit. So this is a lot of space to grow a lot of herbs and some greens and some sturdy veggies like beets. We gave also away a scoop trowel to scoop all this amazing organic soil. We gave away these grow seeds containers and seed packets with cilantro and beets and onions and basil and rosemary. And we're gonna be preparing these like super quick, healthy, delicious recipes throughout the summer with a harvest that hopefully you're starting to have at home. Last but not least, fancy grow lights. These will help you grow your seedlings indoors in the spring when it's a little bit too cold to take the plants outside. So this was part also of the Grow Kit. Very useful. And the rest of the year you can use it for ornamental plants because it's really good for ornamental plants as well. So, harvest time. Today we're making our basil, almond, parsley salad, and we're gonna harvest what gives first in the growing season, which is herbs. So this is our basil, this is our Italian basil, and we've been harvesting quite a bit of this purple basil, so it looks a little small, but it will grow fast, especially with this weather. And the way you harvest basil, you're gonna try to avoid for your plant to grow a flower. If it does, no big deal. You nip it, you can eat it, or you can save the seeds that are in the little pockets of the flower petals. And to harvest the basil, you're gonna harvest what's growing on top. So these guys. Why? First, because these are the more mature leaves, but also because you want your basil bush to grow outwards rather than have like tall, flimsy stems. You want it to be more like a bush, and for that you need to harvest the top part of the stem. For today's recipe, we're gonna need a 1/4 cup of basil and a 1/4 cup of parsley, so it's not that much. It's a small salad. And here we're gonna nip some also the top leaves of the plant because they are the largest, so they're the most mature, so I'm gonna go for that. And I want you to see my zucchinis. This salad has zucchinis. We don't have zucchinis in the garden just yet. The zucchinis tend to start appearing on the 3rd, 4th week of July in this kind of season, of growing season. But we will probably show you how to start harvest pickles and zucchinis in a few weeks. And I wanted you to see, though, these yellow flowers are edible, they're delicious. They're gonna grow really large and you can saute them and add them to your either fruits or veggie salads. They're fantastic. So more on that in future Growing Uptown workshops. So I think that's it for the harvesting component of growing season for today's workshop. So I'll see you in the kitchen soon. Yeah. Hello, so we're here back in the kitchen and we have our harvest of parsley and basil ready. And I wanted to show you a mini version of this salad. It's like one serving here. It's very refreshing. You can take this salad kind of like as a base salad. Depending on your palate, you can add a tad of watermelon, just a tad, or maybe one strawberry sliced. I think it will contrast nicely with the acidity and slight bitterness of the capers. So just a thought. And let's start, and we're going to begin by making our dressing. So dressing it is, you're going to need 3 tablespoons of virgin extra olive oil, extra virgin. There we go. Capers, and for quantities you have them on your screen, and we're also going to have recipe cards on the website on the Growing Uptown page. We have the caper brine, which is another fancy word of saying where the water where the capers have been sitting. Lemon juice, lemon zest, one garlic piece, one shallot, and if you don't have shallots, just use a white onion, a little bit of white onion, salt, and I'm going to be generous with my salt, and black pepper, also generous with my black pepper. And you don't have to whisk it, you can use a fork, but I have a whisker handy, so I'm going to use it. And this dressing is what's really gonna give the oomph to the flavor of your salad. So I want you to take a good look at how this looks. And I'm gonna set this aside. And I'm gonna get a large bowl and get these little ones out of the way. Nothing like a clean, organized kitchen area. Here, and in here I'm going to add the 1/3 of a cup of shredded or chopped parsley. So I already shredded with my hands the parsley from the garden. And another 1/3 of a cup of the basil. Now for the basil, you don't have to shred it because the leaves are just so beautiful, and it will be more elegant if you just leave them. So you kind of like can calculate how much is a 1/3 of a cup. You don't have to be exact, but I'm gonna go for, you know, one of those stems, plant tops that we cut off, that we clip off. I think that will be the 1/3 of a cup. Yes. Fluffy. There you go. And of course, if you like the taste of basil, you add, you know, more to it. So Here it's your herbs. You're gonna season them a little bit with more olive oil. Just a tad. And salt, of course. And you're gonna toss your zucchini. Now, I've already sliced the zucchinis here. I'm gonna show you the technique. It's one of many. But for right now, I'm gonna add I've added here 2 zucchinis. The recipe says 3, but that's up to you. And I'm going to mix it up a little bit. And I'm gonna add the dressing. This is the magic. And my personal taste, and also because I'm a very visual person, I'm gonna add a little bit more of basil. I think it will add to the look and feel of my salad. You know, recipes are there as templates, but you do whatever you want with it according to your own taste. There we go. Now you're gonna add your almonds, and I grind them in the blender before, and I believe it's 1/3 of a cup. And I'm gonna add almost all of it, but I'm gonna leave a little bit to garnish at the end. Mix, but not so much. By the way, this is a salad that it's really meant to be eaten like right away, so it doesn't get soggy. And now I'm going to let it, actually I'm gonna let it sit. I'm gonna show you how to cut the zucchini. And then we're gonna garnish. So I'm gonna cut the ends. Then I'm gonna cut the zucchini in half. Then this is a good moment if you want to peel it, if you don't like the skins. I peeled mine, so very easy. You can use a peeler or a paring knife, like I am right now. Here we go. And you're gonna cut it like this, in half, vertically, and then horizontally. So you have 4 pieces. And then you're going to slice them. And this is one of many techniques. This is the one that I like, because then you get these like super thin pieces that you can grab in batches and sliced a few more times, and then you get to have these super thin strings, which are much nicer to the crunch. Okay, so add them there. And Parmigiano Reggiano or Parmesan cheese, or my faves, plant-based cheese, that is to taste. So I'm going to grind a bit. I have a handful. depends on what texture or how salty you want your salad. Then you adjust. This is the base. It's an entry, it's a starter salad. Or if it's a super hot day, it can just be, you know, your midday snack. And I'm gonna serve. One bowl. And I'm gonna top it with more almonds and a little bit more of cheese. And that's it. And in 15-20 minutes, you have a delicious, unusual flavor salad. You know, it's not your usual tomato, you know, lettuce salad. It's just super refreshing, super easy to make, fast, healthy. And if you're growing your own herbs, well, it's just a satisfaction of, you know, eating what you've been growing for weeks. So let's give it a taste. Delicious. I will add 4 spoons of lemon instead of 2, just for more acidity, my own taste. But you know, these Growing Uptown recipes are all gonna be super fast. The idea is that you use your harvest, something that you've been dedicating some time at home. But when it comes to harvesting and making something, it's quick, it's easy, you don't think about it, and you enjoy it. You know, that's the heart of the program, that it's healthy, it's delicious, it's easy, it's fast. You don't have to go to the supermarket. You grow your basics at home. So hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you for the next Growing Uptown season coming in a few weeks. Thank you.